Alright, welcome back to Metroid Prime. We are
Hello.
we are hot off of a couple of new recordings just to get the Jesus Christ, Avast, get out of here. Perfect timing.
Do you want to try that again? There's no need to scrap audio. You can just do it straight from here. We haven't done anything yet. We've already.
This is all live. This is a live
is-
production with a live studio audience.
We
which
are
is technically
professionals.
true because people are watching it at home and they're alive.
We are professionals. Please do not attempt this at home.
This is Metroid Prime again, and we're continuing on after having done some better recordings so that the frame rate wasn't terrible in the won't be terrible anymore, because first and second videos were very, very choppy. Anyways, we're starting out today. I'm just taking a quick look at the inventory. So it has little descriptions of everything that you get in the game. But one of the interesting things is when you scan certain breakable materials or whatever, it'll tell you what can be broken with, and the inventory will actually tell you what weapons you have can destroy those objects. So, like missiles here can destroy objects of Radion or Brimstone.
It's actually super cool that Samus keeps notes on the things that she finds.
Yeah, and it even says Samus's notes on things right there.
Yeah, that's something that I noticed during our exploration earlier.
Yeah. So then we have our logbook on the side, which is very sparse right now, but it gets filled in as you go and scan more creatures. And so there's five categories: space pirate data, chosen lore is the bird people lore, and then enemies, creatures, and research is kind of like how mechanisms and like item pickups work.
That's
The
really
fifth
cool
one-
because you'd never need to I'm assuming it's how they work in world, not how they work mechanically, or it might be
No.
both. But you would never need to know how they work in world unless you were working on a fanfiction or something like that.
I suppose. But yeah, no, it's just, energy gives you 10 energy or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's about all it explains. Anyway, we're starting today by backtracking a small bit, but get used to backtracking because this is a Metroid game after all.
Yep.
We forgot something at the end of last recording, so I just wanted to try and pick it up before we forgot.
Yeah. Fuck those mushrooms.
Anyways, so as you go around, you can scan places, and here you see this is a brimstone wall. We read just a moment ago that missiles will destroy it, so
Boom.
yep. And so this is a missile expansion, and it will give us 5 more missiles. But do you hear that sort of low hum sound going off?
Yes, I do.
So that is actually an item expansion sound effect.
So kind of like a tell, you can navigate towards one by taking note of where the sound is and which direction it's
Yeah,
coming
if
from.
you
That's
if your
pretty
ears
cool.
are peeled, you can tell where items are, or that there is an item nearby. This game doesn't have any way for you to know if there is or isn't an item in a room, so being able to hear that is very handy in that regard.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially
Because-
if you're not as familiar with the game as you are, and it's your first time going through or something.
Yeah, and you can see there's another one up there.
There
However,
is.
these blocks are made of sandstone, and currently we don't have anything that can break sandstone. In fact, we can't even go into there, because that looks too small for us.
It does. Gee, I wonder how we'd do that.
Crawling, maybe.
Magic, perhaps? I'm just
We're
throwing
in
it
the
out
bayous of Louisiana, and we're going to meet a witch doctor. We're going to meet Mumbo. He's going to shrink us.
there. Turn us into a frog. I saw that Disney film.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
the Princess and the Princess and the Frog is really good.
I was surprised. Me and my friends kind of went to it. We were like, oh, whatever. And we came out of it like, that was actually not bad.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
The only criticism I have against it is, the first black Disney princess, which is awesome, and she spends 2/3 of the movie as a frog. That's not representation, guys.
But overall, it was pretty good. It also had a really, really creepy villain guy. He was a weirdo.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Facilier. His song was really good, though.
There's another cool tree.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a big...
It's got a crater?
a
Is
big,
it? I don't know.
A big, like, knot in the tree, and it makes
That's what you call them, not zits. Okay. I've always called them tree-zits because...
Knot.
Yeah,
like yeah.
They're tree-zits to me. Just like how currant cake is dead fly pie.
No matter what you do, you will probably have at least one of those guys explode on you.
Oh boy.
They're not very self-preserving. They just explode.
They look like the, you know, the spotty beetles with the stabby faces in Pikmin?
Yeah.
The spotty beetles with the stabby faces. I know what I'm talking about.
LP professional, right?
Yeah. We are LP professionals.
We found a thing.
We did find a thing. It's a glowy. It looks like the Smash logo.
Except we gotta fight some dudes.
It's definitely the Smash logo.
So you can see missiles are actually pretty good. They do have a blast radius and will actually blow up more than one enemy if they are in the radius. It's not a very big radius, and enemies don't usually bunch up like they are here, so...
I'm assuming this is a tutorial on that exact thing.
A little bit.
Like, Nintendo are really good at, like, demonstrating things like that just very organically.
Yeah, probably because you might be, you might think, I'll fire some missiles at these guys because they take, you know, like 4 or 5 shots to kill. And you might discover that you can blow up more than one. So this guy... This is a mini-boss.
This guy's extremely angry, probably because his, like, butt's on fire or whatever's happening to it.
Can you think of what his weak point is?
Is it perhaps the big glowing part?
The big glowy butt? So this is also where they teach you the side dash, the one where you sort of do a quick hop.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because he will charge you. And so you hop out of the way and just start firing.
So this is basically teaching you how to dodge, I assume.
Yep. And it's very important. You will want to do a lot of dodging in this game. Because you can't strafe, so your side dash is very important, especially if you're locked on. Anyways, time to play Smash Bros.
Yeah. I really do wish more, like, first-person perspective games had lock-on. Like, not just because it makes the game a little bit easier for people who don't really want a challenge, but also because it makes it more accessible to people with vision issues.
More than just aim assist and stuff.
Yeah, also we're a Katamari now.
Yep.
I made that joke the first time as well. I'm convinced that I just have like a repertoire of 5 jokes that I just repeat in different orders every LP that I feature in. Oh, now we're doing some sick grinds.
Well, thanks, game. I didn't realize it was actually going to spell it out.
Spoilers, game.
Jeez. Ugh.
In hand-holdy tutorials.
I'm disappointed.
I
just wanted to roll around in the half-pipe. And be like, oh, it's a half-pipe again. No, apparently the game is going to spoil it for me. So spoilers, there is something. These half-pipes are not there just to look pretty.
They're not just there for you to do rad stunts on?
Oh, they are.
Oh, that's good.
But there's more to them than that.
They serve a dual purpose.
Yeah. Anyways, so we can't get to this door up in the left here because it is on a ledge that is way too high. And we don't really have a reason to go back down to the jungle land. So the other door is this one up here that I'm headed towards.
Okay. A new area.
Yep.
Look at all those mushrooms.
Bees. I don't actually know what all the orange things on the wall are. I think they're supposed to be like honeycombs or whatever for the bees.
They look like mushrooms to me, but...
They do. But...
Maybe they are honeycombs?
Do you hear the
I don't
sound?
know, but... Oh yeah, I can hear it. Also, like, on the wall behind you, there's like what looked like a graffiti of a beaver with wings.
What?
There!
Oh yeah, I see it.
It looks like a beaver with wings. Actually, it looks like Tom Nook from Animal Crossing with a pair of angel wings.
Alright. I'm not sure I would give him angel wings.
No.
Actually, I saw a thing once about how Tom Nook actually doesn't deserve the bad rap that we give him because he's like a single father.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that. You find out about it in like Happy Home Designer of all things.
He's a single
Tom
father.
Nook has a tragic backstory. He's like live on the streets and like 99% of his income goes to a children's orphanage. But don't tell anybody because he has a reputation to uphold.
So these bugs actually, since they make light, if you destroy them, it will be very hard to navigate this room because it'll go almost pitch black.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, but they come back. More Chozo bird lore. They have a bunch of names for things, like Great Poison, and
the hatchling Samus.
Samus is the hatchling.
I don't think they know how humans work.
Yeah. So the poison is a bad thing, obviously, and literally, it is, the water is poisonous right now.
Yeah.
Or acidic, however you want to describe it.
Yeah, we had this discussion. So, is it ever explained what happened to make the water like this?
Oh yeah. In fact, we will be doing something about it.
Oh, that's good. Maybe we can revive our happy little tree.
Yeah, this is barely water anymore. 90% toxin.
Yeah,
barely water.
It's like bathing in hydrochloric acid.
Our suit is warning us of things.
Oh, lava. Excellent.
We actually can't go in there unless we want to take a bunch of damage. So...
Oh, I know this. I know this one. You get the Goron tunic.
Yep, we will get the Goron tunic. We will just make a quick trip over to Hyrule.
Yep.
See some Goron bros. And be able to go. She'll just wear it over her suit.
Death Mountain is a stage in Smash. I think.
I think it's in the background.
Yeah, I think it is.
More enemies that's suicide.
Man, nothing in these ruins wants to be alive, does it?
No. Really don't.
I'm just giving up on life.
You want to talk Rad Trees?
Oh, that's a rad tree. Oh. Hi?
This is a Reaper Vine.
Oh dear.
It's a tentacle with an eye and a scythe.
Okay. I've seen this anime.
I saw it this morning with that guy who hooked up put a knife on an Arduino and a tentacle. If you saw that this morning. He programmed the Arduino and the motor to just like flail around, and there's a tentacle on the end of it, and he taped a knife to it, and so it's just this knife that's flailing all over the place.
That's not dangerous at all.
He was like, well, if anyone wants to come over and turn it off, feel free.
Yeah, I think you might have to pay somebody many monies to be in a certain radius of that thing to be able to turn it off.
Yeah. But this is a huge tree. It goes all the way up this room. In fact, we are in the Arboretum right now.
Oh, I did wonder what that weird dingus was in the middle of that room.
Yep.
Weird dingus, okay.
So these Reaper Vines can't actually be killed, but you can just stun them and they'll go away.
Oh.
Yeah. They're not particularly dangerous, but they do like to position themselves in your way.
There seems to be a lot of enemies in here like that aren't necessarily dangerous, just inconvenient obstacles.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is like the first area you really go to, so...
Yeah, enemies at this point aren't too difficult. Really, that first boss we fought for missiles is the most difficult thing here right now.
Yeah, like, I'm watching this so far, and I think, like, I could handle a lot of this.
Yeah. It gets more and more fast-paced as we go, but
Yeah.
your weapons also get better.
Yeah, it's true.
And you can take some damage as well once you get more energy tanks.
That reminds me, I was saying last time about how I beat Super Metroid when I was 8 and can't beat it now. I tried to play it again last night, and I got stuck, like, right after you get the Morph Ball, because I couldn't figure out how to get over an obstacle. It's like, am I just, like, was 8-year-old me just better at video games, or have I just gotten stupid in my old age?
You mean, like, you got the Morph Ball and then couldn't get back out from where you got it?
I think so.
Did you remember to use the Morph Ball? To roll under the thing?
Like, there's a specific part, I can't remember where it is. And, like,
Because I'm hoping to give you more credit than
No,
that.
no, I'm not quite that stupid. Like, I am bad at video games, but I'm not that bad.
Okay.
I can't remember what part it is. I'll have to, like, go back and, like, take a screenshot of it to show you, like, show everybody how stupid I am.
So this room actually has, we have to scan these 4 runic symbols in order to get through here.
Okay.
And they're just sort of hidden through the room, so when you're coming in the first time, you just sort of have to wander around and look for them. Because this gate is totally closed. And it says that you have to activate the runes in order to open it.
Oh, so it's basically like a Switch puzzle?
A little bit.
Essentially?
Yeah. And the 4th one is actually down here.
Well, it's good that you can do it from a distance.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to be in, like, specific positioning to activate those, but for the most part, you can just get them as you go from any direction. Then you scan the final thing, and it opens up.
That's a good puzzle.
Yep. Bird lore.
Bird law.
So,
Seriously, even their planet's called Talon.
yeah. They see they're birds. They planet on a planet named Talon. They have talons.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get jokes.
But yeah, so getting the parts of the lore can not make much sense when you look at them on their own. But as you sort of read more and more, you get just a general backstory of what happened to them, basically. Anyways, we get our charge beam back.
Hooray!
Yes.
So now we have, like, don't we have, like, everything that we had in the beginning now?
Almost. We're still missing the bombs for Morph Ball. I don't think I actually used them anywhere in the ship because they're not required.
No, I don't remember you using them. Like,
But,
I know they exist.
Yeah,
but...
they're your attack in Morph Ball. They can also be used to activate certain switches and blow through walls in this game.
I'm assuming that's what you need for that, the ledges with the blocks. You use the bombs to blow up the blocks.
Yep.
See?
And that makes sense because it's a small little tunnel or whatever.
Yeah.
And what else
See,
can
I
you do in there?
puzzles.
Yeah.
You could, I don't know, have a tea party.
Have a tea party with the block. Pour the tea on it until the sandstone degrades.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you didn't have anything on your calendar for the next however long years.
Several thousand years.
Yeah.
I know nothing about rocks. This may have just become incredibly obvious.
I don't know much about them either. They're rocks.
some
Some of them
things.
look cool.
I know some things about rocks.
My brother knew more.
Gemstones. I know things about gemstones.
My brother knew a ton of stuff about gemstones. He used to collect rocks and gemstones and all the time. He's now Homeland Security Major.
That's okay.
That's not the same as rocks at all.
No. That story was an adventure from start to finish.
It had a twist.
That was, yeah. It was like an M. Night movie.
So you can actually see we've kind of made some good progress through here.
We have.
So it's surprising, because it looks like way more rooms than it turns out to be. And right now we actually just want to keep going up and exploring more unknown area. And you can see we actually took some damage from the mushrooms because we were too close when we blew them up.
Yes, we were. Taking damage from mushrooms is the story of my life, dude.
They're jerks.
Mushrooms are jerks. Like, if you
Motivational
genuinely
sayings.
think mushrooms are food, you're a monster. Like,
Well, they are your mortal enemy, and therefore we are destroying your mortal enemy by doing
true.
this.
Yeah, I'm just in this to see the systematic destruction of all mushrooms. Whee! Oh, I thought we were going to play a game of pinball there.
I'm trying to remember if any of the games in this series end up doing it like pinball stuff. I think there might be, but I don't
that sounds
remember.
like something Nintendo would do just for...
Well, they
just
did.
funny.
Okay, not even kidding. They did make a Metroid Prime pinball game.
That's amazing.
I'm not even kidding. I've never played it. It was on the DS, and at the time I didn't own a DS.
Although, saying that first-person pinball sounds like a recipe for motion sickness.
It's not. It's actually just a pinball game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, like, Samus is the pinball, and she's just,
She
like,
is the
this
pinball.
ball.
She is the pinball. It's
No,
just
but,
a
like,
normal.
like, first person.
Oh.
Like, it's a recipe for motion sickness.
Yes, it
but-
is.
Like, first-person pinball sound... Hi. Hi, buddy. Friend? Friend?
This is a stone toad.
Frog! Definitely friend.
Sort of. He just sort of sits there. It makes you feel bad about having to defeat them at times. But
Yeah,
he
it's
just sort of sits there and looks for things that are smaller than him.
Are we smaller than him? Well, Samus is like 6 foot tall, isn't she?
You realize that we're not food.
It's good to know.
When you're in
Samus
Morph
is
Ball,
not
yeah.
food.
It will eat you.
So I'm assuming you need bombs for that guy.
Yep. Another mini boss.
Hooray!
There's a lot of mini bosses in this first area.
There are. I guess it's because like the game's trying to teach you a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So this is the incinerator drone. Basically, we kind of just have to wait around a little bit. All it does is it just shoots fire and spins.
Okay.
The difficulty is not from this, the drone here. The difficulty is managing the beehive. So once it starts getting set on fire, these bees come out, and they're different from the other ones. These are barbed war wasps, and they can actually shoot their stinger from a distance.
Oh, so
instead
these
of
are like, yeah, they're ranged versions of the ones we've already seen.
Yeah. So there were those red ones that were trying to smash themselves into you in the first boss. And then these ones just do it from afar.
Yeah, like smashing yourself into your enemy is not a good survival technique, by the way.
Nope. Strange enough, these enemies, the Ram War Wasp and these barbed ones, don't ever show up again. They are exclusive to the two fights that they are a part of. Which doesn't really make much sense because they could have been used for variety in this area.
They really could have.
They also mean that means that they are missable scans. So if you're going for 100% logbook, you actually have to sort of stop and think about what enemies and stuff are missable. So like all bosses can only be scanned once, and then some enemies like these guys can only be scanned once.
Okay.
There's also that one piece of pirate lore that is on the pirate ship at the beginning, and if you don't get it then, well, you're out of luck.
Yeah, because obviously that's a tutorial, you don't ever go back there.
Mm-hmm. You can also miss this door.
Oh.
It's just a locked door, and so, because by the end of the game, no doors are locked again. So, you have plenty of time to actually get a scan for that, but you might not think about it.
That's rude.
Anyways, now we have our bombs, and now you can actually see what they are. So bombs are just, they're pretty neat. You just lay them, you have 3, and they will bounce you up.
Can you stack them to jump higher?
You can.
Oh, that's how you get up to the thing then.
Double bomb jump is called. It's very specific
cool.
timing, but once you learn the timing, you'll have it forever because it never changes.
I liked the graphic for bombs in Super Metroid. It was just like just a tiny little version of the morph ball you were, that you just left behind you.
Yeah.
It was really cute.